endless sky, they reign supreme. Voices echoing like whispers in a dream. Night and west ride a storm with words they weave. Bruce joins the tale if his grind grants reprieve. Princes of the universe, their thrones are their lives. Spinning tales of wonder from the depths of their eyes. Through the shadows of chaos, their voices ignite. A beacon of wisdom in the dead of night. From galaxies afar to the mundane grind, no topics too obscure for their curious minds. The laughter cuts the dark like a blade of steel. In the realm of the podcast, the truths are revealed. Princes of the universe, their thrones are their lives. Spinning tales of wonder from the depths of their eyes. Through the shadows of chaos, their voices ignite. A beacon of wisdom in the dead of night. From galaxies afar to the mundane grind, no topics too obscure for the curious minds. The laughter cuts the dark like a blade of steel. In the realm of the podcast, the truths are revealed. Princes of the universe, their thrones are their lives. Spinning tales of wonder from the depths of their eyes. Through the shadows of chaos, their voices ignite. A beacon of wisdom in the dead of night. If Bruce's chains of labor let him break away, he joins the battle of ideas they slay. The trifecta does stand strong like a mighty brigade. Their words as legends that will never fade. Princes of the universe, their thrones are their lives. Spinning tales of wonder from the depths of their eyes. Through the shadows of chaos, their voices ignite. A beacon of wisdom in the dead of night.
Be only one podcast and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I'm Wes.
And I'm Brandon.
Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
Been a while.
Too long.
What's
How
the
you been?
feedback on your new song, by the way?
Say what?
What's the feedback on the new theme song?
So we were talking about me.
Checked it out. So, folks, let us know. Do you like it? I like it. It's nice. We got a new theme song. Don't care. Anyway.
No, I'm excited.
So,
I'm
excited too
like...
because we would have gotten started 15 minutes ago if you would have just sat down.
Not true.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize for everyone for being late.
If you have kids, get them diagnosed early. Get them on some good medication so they can calm down
too while you're at it.
when they're in their mid-40s and they can compose themselves. And it's not the first day of church camp.
Indeed.
So you're making fun of me again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's that. Anyway, hey man, good to see you again.
Good to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime is here. And
yes, sir.
A lot of people going on trips.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people going to summer camps. And a lot of fun that happens in the summer.
Yep.
So I invited you. We invited you here because I know Wes has great memories of summer vacations with his family, and I'd love to hear one.
So we went on one vacation together, or rather one summer. We went to 3 different places.
Okay.
We went to Vicksburg, which is not really much of a vacation for all the Civil War stuff. And then we went to...
Was your dad a Civil War buff?
Not that I remember. I don't know. Maybe he was going to see if there was a cannon there to shoot my mother with.
Golly.
And
It's
then,
a family trip?
Yeah.
Nice.
But the thing I remember most about that is he got lost. And he...
In Vicksburg?
Yeah, somehow looking for a hotel or something.
No.
And would not ask for directions. And he and my mom were just tied into it like 2 dogs butt stuck together in the car. And we were in his Firebird because my dad had like a, midlife crisis and wanted to get a Firebird. And it was just so terrible.
You should have listened to our Christmas special 3 years back.
Man.
Then we went to Silver Dollar City in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri, yeah. That's Silver
which
Dollar
was,
City.
could not be more boring for me.
I agree.
in my
Like this story.
ADD life.
Do you think Heath Futch has been to Branson, Missouri?
Probably. He could probably be a tour guide for 3 hours.
For Branson and spicy wings.
Yes. And then to top off that vacation, we went to Dog Patch, USA.
What is that?
It was in
I don't even
Arkansas.
know that one. That's one I don't even know.
Well, you can Google it.
Okay.
But I had swimmer's ear. Anybody ever had swimmer's ear?
Water in your ear?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was so bad. I had this really
'cause of-
bad scab, and we were like waiting in line
no.
at Dog Patch to get in. Of course, I'm digging in my ear like
Yeah, because it's water in your
Ear eel.
my ear. And I like popped this scab off, and my ear just started
Leaking.
pouring blood.
Nice. Ugh.
And so my
God.
dad has to go tend to me, which that is like me tending to a baby. Totally unqualified.
Boy,
So-
that is gross.
What do you do at Dog Patch?
Dog Patch, it was kind of like
Where's
this, like
this again?
it was in
U-
Arkansas. It was
Arkansas,
like Hot
USA.
Springs.
Never heard about this.
It's
Yeah.
Dog Patch, Arkansas.
It was kind of like
USA.
I guess like
But what's the main attraction?
Trailer Park Disney maybe. It was like acts
So like
and
Dollywood,
like,
but like the leftover rides. So like if a fair came through, and then they're
I don't know about maybe a fair,
Because
but it was
dogs live there?
No, it was just
that's
like
the
this.
name of the town.
That was
A
the
fair.
thing. Dog
Okay.
Patch USA.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that. Wow.
What'd y'all do? Were you
just
taught?
poke
I'm sure you
around
were
in
taught
there
him to
like-
ride
He
anything you
ran the
wanted to.
Plank Flamingo
I was gonna
ride
say,
and
certain he could ride anything
Walk
you wanted
around
to.
like all the other
Lawn
tourists
chair,
do and get
parasail.
snow cones and take terrible
Pappy's
pictures.
pickup truck ride.
Stick your head in that
Something
cutout,
like that. I
one
think
of
there
them
might have
things.
been a character called Pappy.
Well, it's Dog Patch USA, I
Yeah.
believe so.
So anyway,
Now,
that was.
who's your Pappy? Can you tell me?
Hopefully, I can. But that was the only summer vacation, and I think it's because my sister had moved away, and that was when my parents were really trying to pretend they could make it work.
Okay.
And then she came back, and it all went downhill again.
Man.
I
glad
have
I'm
Wes
an only
on these for
child.
the uplifting part of the podcast here. So that was great.
that
Thank
was
you
really
for
good.
sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And now Brandon's up.
It's like
Well, mine are very similar.
This is like Mantle and Maris. Who you gonna pitch
okay.
to?
So now we switch over to your summer vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Was there an annual trip you always took?
Yeah. So, I have my uncle out in California, my dad's brother. That's where San Diego. That's where we'd always go. And I remember the last one. I have a couple different memories on those. I remember the last flight we took, like as a family, and then I remember the one where we went out to, to kind of visit the family, and my mom hung back, and while we were gone, she.
Where was the last flight?
It was on Delta. It flew out of Monroe.
No. Where from Monroe to Divorcetown? Where was its final
Oh
destination?
no, that was the last drive. Yeah, the last flight was us as a family. I remember looking out the window, and I was almost told you this the other day when we were talking about it. I can still remember like looking out, like, man, this is so neat, and like having a family and everything. And it was awesome for about an hour, and then that was But the next one was replaced. That memory is kind of overridden by the one where we were supposed to go out as a family. Myself, my dad, and my mom. And just my dad and myself went out. When we came back, it was a different situation. We'd been kind of cleaned out, so.
I think we've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah,
haven't we?
yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, but the story that my favorite one.
Yes,
well,
please.
I guess.
I haven't heard a story. So where are you going on this last trip?
It's the same place. Coming home. Wait,
Where was it? I don't know where it is.
San Diego, California.
Okay, so you went to San Diego to visit your uncle. That's where he lived. Okay, you said California earlier.
Yeah,
San Diego,
California.
Oh, I
yeah,
apologize.
a couple. It's like 3 or 4 times. It's no problem.
Well, he's all over the place.
Maybe 5.
Okay,
You know.
What?
it's all right. Go ahead. So what was in San Diego? I've been to San Diego. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, sure. Well, I mean,
What
it
did
was
you
good.
do?
We went to SeaWorld, Knott's Berry Farm.
Okay.
We
I
went
didn't get to go
to
Knott's Berry Farm.
L.A. and went. Well, I think that's in Los Angeles. We drove there and went to Six Flags, whatever, Magic Mountain, I think they call it out there. Went down to the beach and all this stuff like that. A lot different look.
Toward the area.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was our family vacation. That was our normal go-to thing.
Tell us about
I didn't
going
know that.
to the Grand Canyon.
Well, my dad wanted. So the last trip, the one he's talking about, the last trip that we had, we went to California, and on the way out, like I said, some things were a little different when we came on the way back. When we were coming back to quite a different situation. Anyhow, my dad wakes me up and he says,
Y'all are driving.
Yeah, we're
right?
driving. Right.
How long of a drive is it from?
Oh, okay. So like from our house, our driveway to theirs was like 19
that's
and a half
a big
hours.
trip.
It was a long way.
We tried that once to go to Phoenix when the girls were really, really young because I was going to try to get out there for a wedding. But that was when that big ice storm came in from here to Dallas. It was just frozen.
Yeah.
And once we got into Shreveport, 4 hours later in traffic, I said, done.
Yeah,
done.
I remember where that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But that's still a beast of a trip.
Oh man, we drove it for several
West
years. We
Texas
drove it.
ain't
Yeah.
no picnic. That's
No,
a
it's
boring
like most of
desert.
a drive. Yeah, most of a day going out there. It was terrible. But I mean, it was parts of it was really pretty, scenic, but we would drive it like basically straight.
And this
through.
would be just you and your dad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my mom went on a couple, but then, it was just me and my dad after that.
No, then what happened?
She rerouted. She
got
started going
it,
to
got it,
Kansas
got it.
City to see her new family.
She changed her GPS.
Yeah, Portland, I guess, is where she was going.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
somewhere like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Like Bugs
It wasn't
Bunny.
to
She
San
took that
Diego.
wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Got
right.
it.
That's it. That's right. That's right.
I'm so glad you laugh at the Bugs Bunny reference. That's what I'm talking about.
I do love Looney Tunes.
Me too.
So get to the part I want to hear.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, you kind of keep.
Yes.
What do you want me to tell?
So,
What part do you want me to tell?
the donkey.
The van. The waking up in the middle, like
The donkey.
Yes.
The
You
donkey.
and the donkey.
I don't have
Oh,
a
I
donkey
just assumed
story.
there's a donkey story. Wes
No,
is
no,
getting
no.
excited.
No. Okay,
right.
so what he's talking about is my dad. So on the way back, we're coming home, and it's always a lot sadder when you're leaving than when you're going to your place.
That's true.
So man, my dad he works the sad channel pretty heavy, and anyhow he I'm passed out in the back of the van. I mean, like I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I'm 12-year-old kid.
What
you know?
time? What time?
What
of
do you
day
want
is it?
from me? This is a long trip. I can't stay up the whole way.
Yeah, I don't know. It was I'm trying to remember. It was kind of like I don't know, late in the morning maybe, or mid morning, or no, it was early morning. It was like crack of dawn, early type morning.
Did you ask him what time
Yeah,
it was?
yeah, he did. Early morning, sorry. Anyway, so my dad just kind of. Do I do like my dad's? Do I do my impression or not?
No, just do it.
Tell the story.
Yeah, just tell the story.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know.
I should have set it up better.
A little bit.
It's
Yeah,
my-
you kind of set me up for a fall
It's
here,
my-
man.
Okay, so you're jumping everywhere.
Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm a little confused here. I'm just like, and I'm like, I don't know. It's a little redirect. Anyhow, so I'll get it back on track.
Okay.
So I'm woken up by a pretty aggressive, like, it's hard to tell without doing the voice. I have
Well,
to
do it. Do your
okay.
dad's voice.
All right. So my dad, he's a character now. So anyway, he says, "Hey, wake up!" And you got to remember, I'm about 10 years old or 12 years old at this time.
Okay.
All right, and I'm sleeping. It's like 5 in the morning or earlier.
Okay.
It's like barely even, but
Gotcha.
whatever. Okay.
Pre-dawn.
Way early. Hey, wake up! Wakes me up again. I'm like, yeah, come up here. Come up in the front. And I'm like, it's one of those big cargo type vans, And so it took me 10 seconds to get up there, and it's just like I was the worst kid on earth. I mean, again, mind you, I just woken up from a total deep sleep. I've been sleeping all through the night. He said, "You know what today is?" I said, "Man, I don't know." And he goes, "Well, I'll give you a hint. We just left out of one." And I went, "I don't know, like 7-Eleven." "Yeah, it's a gas station. That's right. That's today. Today's my birthday." And I don't know, man. I feel this is so flat. Like you're not enjoying. I don't know.
You were doing good till you got to there.
Okay, that was.
He basically was.
My
saying,
dad was
you know
jarring
what
me away.
today is.
To tell you it was his birthday?
Yes.
Yeah, well, not only telling me, but also harassed me that I have just been woken up and hadn't had a chance to even know what day is.
Like
going
he wanted
on.
Brandon
didn't
to
know what
wish
was
him
going on
happy
still.
birthday.
Yeah, he wanted an
first.
immediate happy birthday from me, like
Oh.
immediate.
So he wasn't getting it fast enough, so he woke him up
right, like
and then asked him, "Do you know what today is?" And
The
It's-
fog of the sleep.
right,
Was still
yeah, it's just
clearing.
very screwed up.
yeah, that's kind of like
Did
my
you
family
wish him
vacation.
happy birthday?
Well, after
Did you get to go back to sleep afterwards?
No, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. It was.
Did you say, "Dad, let's go to
I
7-Eleven
no,
get some Slurpees"?
I can't believe you forgot my birthday. So one day you just got to remember to tell me something, and I'm like,
Well, you say, "Well, I'm Friday.
I
can't believe you forgot Mom."
Well, I think he did. She forgot us, or him, or me, all of us.
Did
I
she
guess.
wish him happy birthday?
No, not that year for
Screw
sure.
her. No Slurpee for her at 7-Eleven.
No, not at all.
So did you stop at a?
Yeah, man.
stop
Every
at a
time, I'll
7-Eleven?
just say, every time we pass a 7-Eleven, the story comes up, the memory comes up, and the immediate flashback of
Does it
being-
really?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Of course. Yeah. It's very, very, very jarring. That's my kind of family vacations. Typical. How are
Okay.
yours? I bet yours are very similar to
so
mine and Wes's.
Hold on. Well,
Mine
yeah,
were-
Wes will tell you. Every story I tell, obviously, is straight out of a Walton's
It really
episode,
does
so-
sound that way. It really.
but-
it
It's
really
like
is
birds
nice.
chirping on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Is that another one?
I mean, our annual one.
Blue Jays never land on shoulders.
Yeah, our annual one is the beach, and we've always it used to be Pensacola back when I was a kid, and then when the big I can't remember pick your hurricane. What was the hurricane that came out in 2005? That was
Rita.
Katrina.
Katrina.
no, that's your mom.
That's
it
right.
took-
Sorry. Talking about my mom. Yeah. That's.
Is Rita your mom's name?
Yeah. Hell, she's been wrecking everything. I'm just like, yeah, that's her name. Well,
Okay.
actually, it's Lorita, but she goes by Rita.
Oh, okay. How do you know?
See ya.
Yeah.
See.
All right. Anyway, so it wiped out the beach house, and
Yeah.
then at 2000, because they went, and that was the same time the hurricane came. They had to evacuate. I couldn't go that year. I was working, I guess. Oh, I just switched jobs, and I couldn't go that year. So they had to leave about Wednesday. Everyone got evacuated, and then of course the whole place got destroyed. All the beach houses there got destroyed, and so my groom was like, "Well, it's over. No more." And it's something we've been doing for decades.
Oh wow.
And so it stopped for just for a few years, like 2 years or whatever. And then Dad goes, or no, maybe not even that long. Either way, Dad goes, "You know what? Bringing it back." And so in 2009, I think he brought it back for the first time after 4 years. But this time he wanted to go to Gulf Shores because that's where he used to go when he was a kid. And we still do that today.
That's really cool. That sounds very
So
wholesome.
15,
Yeah, everybody
15,
gets
16
everybody
years
wears
later.
the same outfit, goes down, gets a real pretty picture and everything.
I hate that. The white
But
t-shirt.
you do it?
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
all have to dress alike. And you have to sit there. But you can't just wait till the family takes the photo.
I'd rather
Then
drown.
you have to take all your family photos.
God.
Then one with
If
you and the
I
girls.
should
If you ever
then
see
one
me
with you
take
and your
that
wife.
picture,
Then one with you and the kids.
I will
then
be
one
hanging
with you
off
and
a
the
belt.
boys.
man.
Then one with you just with another girl. Then what? Then you have to sit around and watch all
I
the
will
other families
definitely
take
look
and
for
take pictures for
something.
the other families. No, my brother refuses to go now. He refuses to take a picture.
I'm on your
You
brother's
got
side.
one with him.
Yeah.
He takes it, and after 50, he said, "I'm here for the next 10 minutes. You
Yeah.
take all the pictures you want, and after that, I'm done." And sure
That's what I'm
enough,
talking about.
at 10 minutes, if
That's-
they say, "Oh, can we switch?"
I like that. That's
No.
people
it's-
complain
he's
about
gone.
conditional relationships,
Yeah.
but at least you're laying it out there up front.
He lays it out there. I can't. But once we take our family
me
photos,
complain?
I'm done. But they want to take one. Okay, one with all the boys. Okay, one with all the girls.
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
it
do,
drives
we don't
me
do all the
nuts.
boys anymore. The girls stay because
Uh-uh.
they like taking pictures while the sunset just hits just right because we love that sunset. Heaven forbid we don't go at sunset. And by the way, sunset, you always have to look at the sun because you can't have the sun in the background That'll ruin the picture. So you have to have the sun dead set in your eyes. And you have to smile, but you're smiling like this and you can't see. And the wind's
That's why
blowing.
you wear sunglasses.
So I have the year I grew my hair out during COVID, and my hair is just flying all over the place. It's just a mess. It's awful.
You thinking
I
about
always
bringing
hated
that back? The COVID
Never.
look?
Never.
You look like Jason Momoa out there with it flowing.
You're not bringing that
Jason
look back?
Momoa, like Carrot Top, probably. It was just off. It was everywhere. No, I
No,
did it
he's
once
back
just
to-
because they stopped the. Well, yeah. I mean, you just said I got the haircut. I need to look young again.
Dude, you look magnificent.
Thank you.
I mean, I know it feels like I'm hitting on you, but I'm not. I'm just saying you look younger.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the lighting.
You just want another Wing Dang Doodle shirt.
I wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
Hey, I have one question about.
He's did more for less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. What did
true.
your dad wear to the beach when y'all would go, or when y'all go? What does he wear?
Was he wear at the beach? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just regular shorts and a t-shirt. But I'll tell you this: he always swam in the t-shirt, which we didn't think was weird when we were younger.
Yeah, but now that you're older,
But
it's
now we're like, what? And he still, but he likes it because
I hate it.
I
You're always
don't-
fighting something.
I think he's so scared about the sun.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you know that if you
Yeah.
jump too soon and you got the suntan lotion on you, it's gonna wash off and you're gonna get burned on your shoulders and everything. And I don't think
My
you
friend Joel is into that. No lotion.
yeah,
no
I don't do a
protection.
lot.
Dad'll do his neck, but he likes just do. And I get it because I don't like the lotion on your
love
back.
lotion.
Yeah,
Love it.
of course.
Well, I don't
You're
like that
passionate
feel
about your
either.
lotions.
But Dad always wears a short shirt because
Short
I
shirt?
mean, well, your short sleeve, but yeah, but I think that's because he doesn't want
Not
it
wasted.
on his shoulders and back. Now he'll put it on his neck and whatever, but then neck here and
Does he
then
do
he's ready
the
to go.
thick white layer
no,
on the nose?
no, he doesn't do that. He does a little bit here, a little bit here, and then on the back of his neck, and then he's ready to go because he keeps his shirt on.
Why would you ask that question, Brandon?
But he's always done that.
I was just going to give you a chance to ask a question to me if you'd like
but
to
I don't
know
like
it.
anything
What
sticking to me.
did your dad wear to the beach?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. He would wear his blue jeans, the Wrangler, of course,
To the beach?
with his lizard,
Like on the beach?
with his lizard skin boots, with his shirt. It'd be tucked in with a Western belt, some type of very proper type shirt. It was. The more I think about it, like the more I remember it.
When Loretta
It's.
went to the beach, what did she wear?
I tell you what, she wears a swimsuit. Okay, show everything off. I guess, like, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure.
You
My
don't-
dad says you don't
weren't
wear
traumatized
shorts.
by
You don't
your
have to
mother's-
describe
You
it.
don't wear
just use
shorts.
tell-
And I'm like, he goes, I don't wear shorts. He says it to this day. I don't wear shorts. And I'm like, why? Well, my legs getting seen. I don't even know what that means.
I don't wear shorts
I don't even know
that often
what that
going out, which
means.
is true. I wear a lot of jeans.
Yeah, but to the water,
No, at the beach I always wear shorts.
of
But yeah.
course.
And when I'm at the
Anybody
beach, I'm
does.
always wearing shorts.
You don't wear your
but,
cowboy hat?
But when well, you can't wear shorts at work, but when I come home, I'll do it. But if I'm going to go out, I'll switch into jeans. That is true.
I'm good with that. But I'm
Like,
saying,
like when we go out to eat later this week, I
Yeah.
am going to be wearing jeans.
But
most likely.
we're
Of course.
referencing the beach.
I'm talking
No,
about
I
the
know.
beach.
That's
not a restaurant
But when he
at the
says he's not a
beach.
short guy, I'm thinking, well, I mean,
Oh, he is short, but he doesn't wear shorts whatsoever. It's
not
it's
even
just
around the
funny.
house. Not some lounge shorts or something.
I wear
'Cause it
jeans.
gets
I'm
hot.
down with jeans. I'm fine with all that. I'm saying to the beach.
No, that's
Blue
amazing.
jeans with a Western shirt and a cowboy hat and
Okay.
lizard skin boots to the beach.
Okay, this may mean nothing, but did you have a favorite swimsuit? Swim trunks. I don't think
It
swim
would've-
trunks mean nothing to us.
it
Your
would've
mom usually
been-
bought them, or you
yeah.
usually bought them.
Yeah.
There was not one. It's kind of weird because earlier before the podcast we were talking about PJs, and I could tell you some of my favorite pajamas. I got a nice long. Remember those glow in the dark ones? You had, if they glue in the dark, you know, when the lights go out, you
Yeah.
get a little glow insignia, whatever. I had the Transformers one, which of course glowed Decepticon or Autobot. Of course, we all got Autobots. But I thought that was just so cool. You'd look at your glowing shirt and stuff like that. We talked about superhero PJs and stuff. And bikes. I can tell you some bikes that I loved. I had a neon, back when neon was good in the 90s. I had neon green even cooler. And it had a little water bottle in it and a little zip pouch in the little crossbar section.
Well,
nice.
Brandon was in a bike gang.
Yeah, Cobras. I had a magenta pink, like a pink colored Diamondback. It was awesome.
Like your
That's-
shorts.
yeah, a little
That's-
more darker, but yeah.
That's rad.
Thank you. By the way, have you ever seen that movie?
I think I have. I saw it
It's
with
life
you.
changing. I know,
It
of course,
is.
I remember that.
It's great.
Man, it's wonderful.
It's great. It's great. I'd never seen.
I
it
don't
till you said
believe
something
that you
about it.
believe it. You don't really
But-
feel it. You're not a
But
dieharder yet.
So-
but you'll get there.
how high up you were on this bike? What did the bike gang? How many people were in the bike gang?
Man, it wasn't a big group. It was kind of small.
Okay. Do you know how many?
We drew our
Were
logo
there
on our
6?
shirt. One of our, it was less than 6. Yeah, it was probably, well, no, it was maybe like, I guess it could have been 7 if you count. 8 probably if you count both, like
Your
both
mom
streets.
who made a shirt for
All
herself?
this. Well, no, one of the guys.
No. Where was home base? Your house?
Yeah. No, at his house.
Oh, okay.
Across the street.
Okay, so there's about 6 or 7 of you.
Yeah,
Okay, and you were called the Cobras.
yeah.
What color were your shirts? Did they all match?
Well, they were white T-shirts. And
White T-shirts with a
like
snake on 'em?
Drawn on snake, yeah.
Drawn on snake.
Yeah.
How was it drawn on?
By-
Charcoal.
By one of the founding members, charter members.
Like
Okay.
the "Don't Tread on Me" snake.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
so
much. But
did you wear your
not
coat-
not quite that cool. But
Did you
very
wear
much.
your Cobras outfits anywhere, like to the ballpark, to the mall?
Uh,
did you all hang out outside of
nah,
just
we-
biking around the neighborhood?
We wore them around when we were biking around the neighborhood. For
Okay,
sure.
so as you're biking around the neighborhood, what did the Cobras stand for? What did they do? Was it to own the neighborhood?
I don't really.
Was it to be like the Buttercream Gang and
Oh,
just do
God.
good deeds to everyone around the neighborhood?
Well, I do remember one
Was
time.
it to pick a fight with the local Girl Scout troop?
No, it was.
Those girls have cooties.
It was. We were trying to just kind of like let people know that we were there more than anything. No, I don't. Man, look, we didn't have a plan. We just thought that
You
this
just
would
hang out.
be.
You just hung out.
Kind of
hung
like
out.
this
Was there a
podcast.
spot in the
We
woods?
hung. Well, we listen. We hung
Was there a
out.
spot in the woods that you hung out?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a Cobra hideout.
Between-
Did you call
and
the
Briar- yeah,
Did you
between-
call it the Cobra Pit?
No, it was just in Briarcliff. We just called it Briarcliff. But we had a good spot, man. We had a nice like biking area back there. We hung out, but we just
you have
kind of
a
rode
creed?
around. I remember we tried to do one thing that it was going to be. We were going to kind of really not we. I didn't. They got a cat at one point. They were going to put it in the mailbox and then come back and whatever. And I was like, oh man, I can't be a part
Cruelty
of this.
to animals in the
Yeah.
80s was acceptable. It's okay.
It was.
Go
I
ahead.
know, but I
You
I
can't
wasn't
talk to
for
Wes
it.
about that,
I'm
though.
a softie. I can't. Yeah, he's covered.
Wes
with
don't want to
yeah.
hear about
I know.
shoving a cat in a hot mailbox.
They should have called it
No.
the Terror Drone,
as a joke.
like they did
Well,
on GI Joe.
So besides terrorizing cats,
Well, I rescued
So you
the cat.
declared-
I rescued the cat. I saved it. I let it go. I wouldn't let that happen. I was
well,
kind
if
of
you love it, you gotta let it go.
yeah. I was more. We were more
That's
into
what his
just
mom
like
said.
Okay.
Wow.
So did the Cobras have a motto or a slogan?
man. We were just kind of we rode around, just kind of thought we were bad to the bone. Like no, we didn't really have a slogan.
So,
we didn't hiss at you.
Did you have a secret handshake?
No, we didn't get to
I'm
that.
not thinking this is a club right now.
It was more of a like hodgepodge
think this is a
game.
game.
This sounds like a story he told me that I didn't
No,
ask
'cause-
enough details about.
I feel
I
like
had a-
this is a lot. This feels like a very.
I had a
interrogative-
club. Well, now
Did
it's
y'all
gonna
go smoke
sound-
cigarettes in the woods?
Yeah, we did stuff like that. Of course.
And look at Playboys?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
I got you.
We were mischievous, man. We were
What-
on the
I don't
street.
Did
know
y'all
if this
have
is
a
much
s-
of a gang. You didn't have a secret handshake.
Did y'all have
just
like a
kinda
song
known.
that y'all would listen to that
No.
get y'all revved up?
I
before
was
y'all
in
went
like a
and
little
biked?
club. We had
I
a
don't-
secret handshake and a password.
Really?
To get up into our. It wasn't a tree house, but those little high tower with the swing set and the thing had the high tower and the thing.
Okay.
In the middle of the swing set and the monkey bars was a little, those little sets you used to buy.
Mm-hmm.
What was that thing called? The little you climbed up the ladder and you're in this little fortress. So we had our own little clubhouse up there, and you had to say the password.
What was the password?
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
Come on, man.
Had to be part of the club. Anyway, though, but we did work around the neighborhood for people.
Of course.
And we had a
See,
little,
come on.
Hold on.
God.
But hold on. We made money. That's how we made our money. And then we'd save it up and then treat ourselves to like a pizza party or something, sometimes usually it was pizza.
So that's Boy Scouts.
No, it wasn't Boy Scouts.
Cub
It was just our
Scouts.
own little club where we
What was it called?
Oh, it was just called
The
the Kids Club
Foresters.
because we were very
For Forest,
generic.
Mississippi.
It was very the Kids Club.
Uh,
But we had a little green box where we kept all of our, whenever we did jobs for, weeding out so-and-so's flower bed or taking out so-and-so's
I
trash
feel like
or
I grew up
something.
on a different
We
planet.
got paid quarters and dollars. This is back in the 80s. And then
I
we'd
was
save
around
up
the
enough
80s.
and we'd ask Mom, is this enough to go out to pizza? And we would. When it got close enough to buy a pizza,
That's really neat.
a pepperoni pizza, then we'd all go out and celebrate with a pepperoni pizza or two. And I'm sure Mom bought the drinks. But
That just sounds like such an amazing childhood.
That sounds like the credits running
Yeah.
on a 1984 syndicated comedy.
What's the one with Steve Martin?
I need Morgan Freeman narrating it. Back in the day.
You know who could do
it was the 80s.
killer Morgan Freeman impression?
Who can? Who can do a killer Morgan?
The man we cannot get to.
He can?
Yes, he can.
Oh, well, we'll
Really?
have,
should ask
we'll
him
have him
that.
do it this week.
That'd be awesome.
But no, anyway, so yeah, that was a club. But see, we had a handshake.
Maybe we were more of a
password.
club. We may have been more of a. We may have been a.
We didn't have shirts. I'll be honest. We didn't have shirts. You made shirts.
We were somewhat organized, but not
I'm just thinking outside of
sanctioned.
shirts. if
We
you
weren't
didn't have
necessarily sanctioned. Maybe.
You know, we did.
Maybe
pick
it wasn't
a
really a
fight with-
gang. Maybe it was just a couple.
Was this like a summer thing or did it go a year?
It's probably like a summer. But we had, if you wanted to get in, you had to take a stapler to the arm, and if you couldn't do that, you could.
Whoa! You start with that. So there was an
Hey
initiation.
man, I didn't want to scare you off.
Okay, now
I didn't
you're
wa-
getting gang member
I didn't
thing.
wanna-
So it was
I didn't
want to
scare you off.
It was a beat down.
Yeah.
Whoa! Was it just
Well,
a death stapler? Did y'all have a staple gun?
No. Like you hang your Christmas lights on Lampoon.
No.
Like New Jack
Like,
and ECW.
Yeah.
No, wait
Yeah,
a minute.
Yeah.
So you had to take a stapler to the arm?
Yeah, that was one of the options, or you could jump off your
Shut
roof.
up! Really? Or you
He
could
doesn't
jump-
tell good stories.
I'll
This shit
take
came in
option
right
B,
there.
please.
Yeah.
I'll jump off my roof like I do on every Saturday.
Well, I mean,
Shoot, I jump off. I'm close to 50. I'll jump off my roof right now, then take a stapler to the arm.
we were all in Taekwondo too, so a lot
a
of that was
two-story house I'd
Karate
jump
Kid.
off it.
It was a lot of us Karate Kid inspired, and so like, and we would. One of
Where
the
did y'all
guys-
take karate
Wait,
at?
when did they staple someone's arm in Karate
Well,
Kid?
that part wasn't. That was on.
So
a
you
whim.
decided I'll join the Cobra Kai.
You know, going down. Well, it's the dojo used to be going to like Riverside, Kawasaki, where it is right there, going down the curvy road right there. Before you would, anyway, it used to be a motorcycle dealership. Prior
On
to
Trenton
that,
Street.
Yeah, Trenton Street. Prior to that, what'd I say? Riverside. I did the wavy thing with my hand. You didn't see it? The river, man. Anyway, Trenton Street. But right there where Riverside Kawasaki was, that I didn't move like Axl Rose. Anyway, where Riverside Kawasaki was, that prior to that, it was a dojo, and so it was the guy's last name was Rogers, Sensei Rogers, and so we would have like fight, tournaments or whatever in the front yard. We were loosely. Man, we just thought we were cool.
Okay, folks, I got 2 questions for you before we head out. Thank you for coming on.
Is this a
One,
fever dream?
Did you have where is the summer vacation you always took as a kid? Where'd you always go? Second question, bonus question now, were you ever in a gang that was lamer or cooler than the Cobras? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time on Princes of the Universe.
Put that stapler down.